what's up guys? It's me KJ, back here again with another video. I've been getting a lot of questions lately regarding the photography, the creativity, the things that go into what I make. And now I'm about to give you guys kind of like a little series of videos to help you guys understand exactly where the mindset of the guy in a red jacket in his living room doing a video has to do with all the creativity shit that you see on Instagram. So it all kind of started with the whole, photography base, but even before the photography, it actually started with the drawing. And back when I was like just a little ass bastard, I was able to draw at a very, very young age, and I never thought I could actually. As typical, it started with like stick figures, and eventually it grew into like, now I'm able to draw full-scale people and landscapes and whatnot. So, it was kind of the typical thing. But eventually, it was around 8th or 9th grade, somewhere around there, where I kind of shifted because I was thrown into a class known as the audio and video program. And I didn't like it at first. And for all the students that know me from that class, you guys know for a fact that some of you guys don't know, but I didn't like that class at first. It wasn't my number one. I wanted to do art, I wanted to draw. I was good at drawing anime, I was good at drawing people, landscapes, close-up pictures. I wasn't into the nudity. I'm not going into that. But I was good at drawing, and I didn't want to do no audio and video. Does that sound like art to you? Because it didn't sound like art to me at the time. It was just me and my best friend doing it, and we went into the class, didn't inspect anything, but that was just what was available. Thanks, Barbara Jordan. Eventually, as the longer I stayed in the class, I ended up growing more and more when it came to doing this stuff. It's like audio was still a journey, but video was pretty easy. Now, when it came to photography, that was a big question, is the fact of, am I able to do this, yes or no? The photography stuff was still a challenge to me, but it's the fact of, can I able to do this, yes or no? Eventually, I was able to master photography. Not master it to a full extent. I'm still learning to this very day, but just on the classroom level, I kind of excel. Now, heads up, and a lot of you guys can suck it up, let it in, but it's true. I actually, wanted to push forward when it came to the whole photography thing, only because I really saw myself doing this in the real world. I really wanted to do this because this is a drive I wanted. Alongside video, it was something I really wanted to do. I didn't care who was in the class at the time. I still wanted to keep going because this is creativity, this is a career. And when it comes to dreams and careers, I'm all for everything because I'm willing to even do the most just to make sure that dream becomes a reality. When I sat there in the class and whatnot, and some of the kids were doing it, some of the kids weren't doing it, some of the kids were for music than it was of actual, video and art, video and photography, I still, wanted to keep doing what I wanted to do. I wanted to learn all the bases of the media. So that kind of grew towards that creativity. Now, how does that correlate back to the drawing that I used to do? It actually helped it more than it freaking made me feel like I couldn't do it anymore. I can still draw to this very day. If I go back there and do another drawing video, it'll probably look like something in one of my pictures. Just saying. I still can be the most creative with what I do. And the pictures that you guys see on Instagram, that stuff normally came from just the crazy, weird, superhero side of me. Or even the one that wants to just see people have a joyous moment. Majority of the landscapes, stuff like that, that really came from the fact of, this is a thing of beauty. So why the fuck people are not seeing this? But that's why I'm here, so I can show you guys, like, this is what I'm seeing right now. I remember one time me and Malcolm were driving down the street, and I said, hey, let's pull over real quick. I want to take this photo. And then eventually this photo looked really good. I posted on my Instagram, and this was it. Boom. That was a photo we took near Lake Houston, and it was kind of like a foresty feel. It wasn't really even a landscape, but it showed, you know, land, so landscape. But I really liked it because the road curved and it looked really good. It was going into the forest, and I thought that's kind of an aesthetic for me. I really like that kind of stuff. You know, a road that's kind of like endless because you don't know where it's going there. I learned that I couldn't even do this kind of stuff in a classroom setting, only because of the fact of when I was doing it in the classroom setting, I couldn't go out and actually do all this stuff. Our teacher at the time, he kind of really didn't push the boundary of that, only because he really didn't feel like the kids wanted this. I was one of the silent kids that said, you know what, I want this, and I don't care what the kids are doing, I don't care what you're doing, I know what I want to do, and I'm gonna do it. And it was the school's camera, so I mean, I can go out and do whatever I want. I just got to be in the, you know, school parking lot, which was probably one of the most uninteresting places you can be. To this day, that school is actually getting rebuilt. I hope it gets rebuilt into something better, but they showed the design, and it's nothing I'm interested in. Next time I do another video, it'll be towards the actual creativity of the photography that I'm going to be talking about. How do I go in and edit the photos? How do I go in and edit the video, audio, all that kind of stuff? How do I actually make what I do possible when it looks like everything I have is at an impossible? Like, I know right now the audio is probably like the worst, but I'm still gonna keep doing it only because creativity can push itself, period. And for a lot of you guys that dream to do a lot of this stuff, keep pushing towards that dream. Things get better in the end. And it's the fact of, if you want to keep going for it, keep going for it. Don't just let somebody come through and tell you, oh, you can't do it or this or that. Just straight up, you know, just shoot that middle finger in their face and say, this is my career and this is how I want it. Alright. So, I'll catch you guys in another video. I'll see you guys later. Same time, different place. I hope this curtain's still here next time.